Next Level Mindset, once again with another powerful and positive video. How to enjoy being single. I want to share my experience with that, and I'd like you to share yours in the comment section. In my life, I've been through different types of relationships, and you've probably been through a few relationships of your own. And one thing that I've noticed in a relationship, there's times when I was in one, and there was times when I was out of one. And so the first thing that I noticed when it comes to enjoying being single is that being alone does not have to be lonely. And that's the thing that I had talked about. And by the way, a lot of these principles that I talk about will be in the book Destined for Greatness, Still Destined for Greatness, the book that I wrote. The link will be in the description on that. But that's the first thing when it comes to how to enjoy being single. I had to know that just because I was alone did not mean I had to be lonely. And being lonely did not have to be the result of me choosing to be alone. And so that had to be an important fact for me, because a lot of times, we feel like that, that we're going through something all by ourselves. But I want to let you know that when you're alone, you don't have to let that become lonely. As a matter of fact, sometimes in my life, when I was alone and on my own, out of a relationship, that was the best time when God in me was able to speak to me and allow me to know what He wanted me to do in my life. And so apply that to your life. Maybe this is a time when you may be alone. Maybe there's some times when you were in a relationship and then you was alone, and maybe you felt depressed or sad because that loneliness kicked in. Well, I have to let you know, just because I am choosing to be alone doesn't have to be lonely. As a matter of fact, that's the best time for us to connect with that source, with that inner oneness that we have, with the essence of the great I am within us all. So that's the first thing. How to enjoy being single. To know that just because you're alone don't mean you have to be lonely. There is a difference. The second thing that helped me to enjoy being single is to be clear on what's next. And what I mean by that is, if I'm in a relationship and I end up being single, I know something is going to be coming next. I have to be clear on what I want to do. What do I want to do next? Do I want to find another relationship? Am I ready for that? Or am I just going to take this time just to be to myself? Okay, I have to be clear on what's next, because somebody's going to come along. And they're going to come with their swag and their swig, and they're going to be talking the jag and the jig and whatever. And for the ladies, it could be that brother. For the brothers, it could be that lady. So I had to make up in my mind, in those times when I was alone, I had to say to myself, look, if I'm going to be with someone, they can choose to raise their standards to be with me, but I refuse to lower mine to be with them. So I had to make it clear in my mind what's next for me. So ask yourself, what am I doing? What am I going to do next? And if your next is to be with someone, make sure they raise their standards to meet you, because you're destined for greatness. You remember, you're destined for greatness, and just because you're alone, you're not lonely. So you're going to let them know, raise yours to be with me, because I refuse to lower mine to be with you. So that's the second thing that helped me in my life when it comes to enjoying being single. I had to decide. I had to be clear on what's next. And for me, first thing that I decided to do in my single life is just to take that time just to be alone and commune with my inner oneness with the God in me. So maybe that'll help you as well. The third thing that helped me is to learn how to love again, starting with myself. You know how it is. You make wrong decisions. You end up hurting someone. I ended up hurting someone. I felt bad about hurting them. And then I had a hard time forgiving myself. And so I've learned how to forgive and heal even when you've been hurt. So I have to learn to love myself. So many of us, we've given our time, our energy, our body, all types of situations. When have we taken the time to learn to love ourselves? And so that's the third thing that helped me to learn to love myself, is to know that I can move on and enjoy being single by learning to love again. That's learning to love life, learning to love everything, and starting with myself. I had to learn to love myself. And that means taking that time to do what I know is best for me. And like I said, there's a lot of things in that I've talked about that are in that book, Still Destined for Greatness. If you want to get into that, the link will be in the description. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to do this song for you. All right, this song right here is, I just celebrated a birthday, and it made me think about this song right here. Thankful for my life. Hope you enjoy it. Feels so good to make it this far. And I didn't think that I would take it so long. There were days I wanted to quit. I said, surely this is it. but I held on. And I watched the so-called friends turn and walked away. Anybody ever walked out on you? It just hurt so much I didn't have the words to say. And even when my days turn to night and nothing seems as right, what I thank you for my life, for my life, Lord. I thank you for every victory in you I've seen. Oh, for every moment I know you kept me. So I thank you, Lord, for my life. Be thankful for your life. I hope you enjoyed that. Hit that like button. That sends a computer algorithmic signal to the system and lets other people know that this video, OMG, this video is worth watching. It'll let them know. So, and if you like this type of thing, inspiration, music, entertainment, motivation, subscribe, become part of the family. Thank you again. Stay blessed, stay positive, and remember, there's nothing that needs to be done in your life that you cannot do. I'll see you on the next level.